Hey gang, thought I'd bring you along to back two items that I was working on. I did a turtle and had some leftover greens, so I filled this mold, did a white bloom on it, put some stuff in the center, and now I'm ready to back. And then this one, I don't know if you could see on this side of the table, I was doing a bloom and had some leftover white, so I just went and added the Laguna and the Wild Plum from Ranger Inks to that one, and I thought we could back that now too. So for the green one, I think I'm just doing black with maybe some glittery stuff. So I have here just resin dye paste, got it off of Amazon, it's Decorum. And I'm gonna stick just a little bit of black in there. It doesn't take very much to make it black. And then I'm also going to use from Laura's Art Corner Magic Diamond Green, just to give it a little sparkly. Want a good bit. Maybe just a tad more. There we go. And I'm gonna give that a good mix. The goal is just to have a really dark back. Because I have the green resin down, I need something that's really gonna make the white pop. So that's why I'm opting for a black background. And you can see that black really, we didn't use much and it really turned black. It was really dark black. All right, giving it a really good mix. This is also a holographic mold, so this will lend to that. All right, mix it again. Sometimes I rush my mixing. We don't want to do that here. All right, let me go ahead and pour this in. You could see a little bit of that green magic diamond dust, which makes it look cool. And that is perfect. I'm going to let it go into the mold a bit while we talk about the other one. So because I used my Wild Plum and Laguna Ranger inks, I thought let's do the Wild Plum back on this. But I want it to stand out a little bit more, and I was already using the Magic Diamond Green, so I said let's use that. So I am going to do about 15 drops of the Wild Plum. And then I'm going to do the Magic Diamond Green. And a good bit here too. I thought the green would look cool with the Laguna in there. One of the toughest things about doing these blooms is deciding what to back them with. You know, what will make the bloom stand out well. Sometimes it's no backing, and that will look really cool. The other thing you could do too is if you have resin tape, you can take it out of your mold and then look at it and look at different color options and tape up the sides and then put the color in. You know, if you tape up the sides, it won't pour over the edge. And I wish I brought my resin tape over here. It's a green tape and it seals really well. So let's say I didn't know what color I was doing here. I would pull it out of the mold. I would check with my construction papers what would look good. Once I decided on a color, I would tape around the sides so that I could pour the resin in. And that's always a good option. I like to guess and still have it in. So we'll see what this looks like. Like I said, I did an alternate color. It looks like there's a lot of green around the edge and white, so this should look pretty cool. And of course, that green diamond dust will look cool also. I'm not completely filling the mold because I don't really need to. This is just a fun little pour that I did with leftover resin. All right, so last but not least, we do have to, you know, I was stirring like a mad woman as usual. So you do want to get rid of any bubbles. You can spray it with your heat gun. You could spray it, hit it with your torch, or you can do your 91 or 91 plus alcohol spray. I just have it in a dollar store bottle. So you have those three options. I avoid the alcohol if my mold is too full because it seems to expand the resin and it might overflow the mold, but neither of these are overfilled, so you could spray them. I also like to wait a good 10-15 minutes for some of the bubbles to release on their own and then come back and check it. That's always a good idea. Let the resin do the work. If you have a good resin, it will do the work. And these are both, I'm using craft resin, which is a 1-to-1 resin, low viscosity. All right, well, great. We'll come back when we're ready to take these out of the mold. We are back to unmold, but I wanted to show you guys what I was talking about. So this is the resin tape that you can use to put around your mold if you unmold it. It's a very strong tape, as I'm trying to show you here. And you just seal up the mold, and then you can pour a backing on it. And these are some of like the construction or cardstock papers that you can get that you can use to decide what color backing to put on them. And that is one way if you don't want to just pour your backing. All right, so let's check them out and see what we've got going on here and see if we picked the right colors. Oh, this might just be too dark. We lost our bloom. But it may also be because I did this layer of green first. It's cool, but too dark. Too dark. All right, let's check out the other one. Hopefully we had, oh yeah, look at that. That is actually gorgeous. Sometimes I love the holographic molds. Other times it sort of stops you from being able to see what's in there, but that looks gorgeous. So we have two here. The green, not so great. The pink, perfect, beautiful. So anyway, try some of these tips and let me know how it works out.